I canceled the car payment I'd covered for my brother since 2021. I'm 34 and my brother Danny is 29. Back in 2021, he totaled his old car and needed something to get to work, so he financed a used Civic and asked me to help just for a few months until he got on his feet. I make decent money and I love the kids, so I said sure. The loan was in his name, but I was set up as the auto pay account. $311 a month pulled from my checking on the 6th. The few months turned into years. I honestly stopped noticing it. It became one of those charges that just leaves your account and you forget it's yours. Here's the part I let slide too long. Danny didn't just get on his feet. He got a good job at a logistics company, then a promotion, then a girlfriend named Reese, then a bigger apartment than mine. He posted a trip to Tulum last spring. He bought a PS5 and a $1,200 grill, and every single month my checking still paid for his car. I brought it up twice. First time, maybe a year ago, I said, "Hey, you're doing good now. You okay to take over the car?" He said, "Yeah, man, definitely. Let me just get through the holidays." I let it go. Second time I texted him about it and he sent back, "For sure, remind me," and then never brought it up again. And like an idiot, neither did I. What actually flipped it was Christmas. We're all at my mom's. Danny's telling everyone about the new truck he just put a deposit on. He's got money for a second vehicle, and my mom goes, "Isn't that sweet? And your brother still helps you with the Civic?" Room went quiet for a second. Danny laughed and said, "Oh, that's basically nothing now. It's like a subscription he forgets about." A subscription he forgets about. That's what 4 years and roughly 15 grand of my money was to him. I didn't say anything at dinner. I just sat there doing the math in my head while everyone talked. $15,000. That's the down payment I hadn't saved. That's the thing I kept telling myself I couldn't afford. I went home that night and logged into my bank. Found the auto pay. Just sat there looking at it. Then I turned it off. Didn't cancel anything of his, didn't touch his loan. I just stopped the money coming out of my account. It was my account. It was always my account. Payment was due the 6th. I said nothing. On the 8th, Danny calls me. "Hey, weird thing. I got a missed payment alert from the loan people. Did something happen with the auto pay?" I said, "Yeah, I turned it off." Silence. Then, "Wait, why? You didn't tell me." I said, "I did tell you. Twice. You said you'd take it over." He goes, "Okay, but you can't just cancel it out of nowhere. That's gonna hit my credit." I said, "Then pay it. It's your car. It's been your car since 2021. He got loud. Said I was being petty over Christmas dinner, that I made a whole thing out of a joke. I said the joke told me exactly what you thought of it. He said, "It's $300. Why do you even care? You make plenty." And there it was. I said, "If it's only $300, you won't even notice picking it up." He didn't like that. Then he pulled the family card. Said he was gonna tell mom I abandoned him. I said, "Go ahead, tell her the whole thing. Tell her about the truck too." He didn't call mom. Reese did. She texted me a paragraph about how family helps family and how I blindsided Danny during the holidays. I texted back one line, "He's had a good job for 2 years and just financed a truck. Ask him why I paid his car this whole time." She left me on red. Mom called the next day, softer than I expected. She'd heard both versions. She said, "Honey, why didn't you ever say something?" I said, "I did. To him." He kept saying next month. She was quiet, then said, "That's a lot of money, sweetheart." I said, "Yeah, it was." Danny made the January payment himself. I know because he texted a screenshot of it, no words, like a middle finger in receipt form. So I texted back a thumbs up. That was it. He's telling relatives I cut him off. I let him. Everybody who asks me directly gets the number and the timeline, and the conversation ends pretty fast after they hear it. The auto pay is still off. He hasn't asked me for anything since.